My fellow youth, it is such a great opportunity to be here and speak on behalf of you all, and I hope to speak all your minds. I always care about my fellow youth because we are all in the same category. We grieve together, we lose together, and struggle to survive in a narrow path together. We have been sidelined, making it difficult for us to exhibit our potentials in this country. We are in a state where there's no hope for the future leaders. Meanwhile, we are the tomorrow. In the next 2 or 3 decades to come, we will take total control of everything in this country. Whilst those in position today will be holding stakes to work, it is something that is bound to be. What I'm trying to say is you cannot cheat nature. It is not possible. Ex-President Kufuor is in a wheelchair as I speak. Have you thought of that? I'm not trying to make mockery of him, but all I'm trying to say is old age will surely hit you up. So you need to pave way for the youth. They are the tycoons of tomorrow. The rejection the youth facing in this country is gradually becoming the tough one, and we need our voices to be heard. Everyone is complaining the system is hard. Yeah, this is hard, and we all know that. But what I can tell you as my fellow youth is, don't depend on the government to make the world a better place for you. Try to create it for yourself. I know it is hard out there, but try. You know, politicians will keep deceiving you every 4 years, 8 years, and so on. Government will come and government will go, but your bills will still remain your bills. Politicians don't care about you whether you eat or not. They don't care. They are just in their homes with their family and friends, enjoying or probably on vacation. You complained when the late Rawlings was at the office. You did the same to ex-President Kufuor, late Mills, and ex-President Mahama. Now it is President Akufo-Addo, so you can check the routine. How long can we complain after every government? Remember, we keep growing every day, so we need to start doing something for ourselves than depending on the government solely to survive. The truth of the matter is, they are not ready to listen to us. Their minds and ears will be widely open at the campaign grounds, but when they secure the position, then the voters become the opposition. Sad enough, we have complained, and we still complain, but the outcome is exactly the same. And if we are not careful, it will transit to the next generation. Because no government has done absolutely amazing that others can learn from. So Africa will continue to be Africa if our leaders don't change their mindset about the country by creating opportunity for the youth. Why am I focusing on the youth? They are the future. It is sad to see the youth traveling outside the country to find a greener pasture, and some of them refuse to come back to develop here after they make it. The bribery and corruption in this country is what is killing us the most. Situations become terrible after you trust the government with your time with hopes that they will fulfill your promise. But when they fail, you cannot complain because they already have power and everything you're going to say will surely fall on deaf ears. So as I am advocating for the youth and empowering them every day, my humble plea is we all should try and find something to do for ourselves because there's no one out there who will feed you when you hit bankrupt. If not for anything, you have a family to take care of, a friend depending on you, bills and many more. So please, don't give up on yourself by trusting the government. They can make our dreams come true. The Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, made it clear to Ghanaians that when you are in school, you need to find a side job doing. Something entrepreneur, because the payroll is full. That alone should tell you something. No government will come and put money in your pocket unless you do yourself. Because they will not even create the jobs. They will give hope to the youth, but how to fulfill it is the question mark. They won't give access to any position. They won't make the system a better one for us all. I know my fellow youth that are willing to work so hard, but there's no job. I see my colleagues, actors and actresses who travel to find company work to do for themselves and quit their passion. It's hard to see a lot of dreams dying on the street because there's no help anywhere. The government is not creating any avenue to enable the youth work hard on the field of film, music and poetry. You can be NDC or NPP. And if your party is on power and there's an increment or a hike, it affects the country as a whole, not a particular group of people. Because our leaders lack that leadership skills, it is giving me that fear that party after party, there will be nothing really difficult to challenge since the past leader couldn't perform. So there's no hope for the future. There will be a time when the youth will refuse to even cast votes. Because when they do, the outcome will still be the same when they secure the office. Politicians have been breaking our hearts and we are getting used to it. All we are asking for is to create job for us. There's no job. We want to work. We're tired of doing things illegal to survive in this country. Someone will ask, what is illegal? People chasing people with guns every day to make a living? People stealing from innocent people on the street to survive? People involved in small-scale mining to survive, and some even perish on the process. And if there's an opportunity or work to do, at least we'd have seen a decrease in all these terrible acts because no one wants to end up in his own prison. Goods and commodities increases every day, but the salary of some selected people refuse to increase. Remember, about 15% of Ghanaian youth are employed, and even those people battle with their salaries. Some are even paid peanut, and since there's no job to do, the option is meaningless. Funny enough, people receive 500 to 1,000 Ghana cedis every month, and those are even the luckiest ones. So at the end of the month, they have already squandered 70% on transportation and food. Shelter, utility bills, and accommodation is not yet taken care of. So at the end of every month, an employee will struggle to save 6% of his income. Please make the system a bit convincing for us. The ministers eat in their homes and throw the surplus and the leftovers away. Meanwhile, this leftover can feed a whole family starving at Kokomba. It can feed that mother who find it difficult to get a 3 square meal for the child. Our leaders got nothing better to offer us as a country. Let's focus on achieving greatness for ourselves, else we will continue to blame government after government. And how long are we going to continue to do that? After the colonization, when the whole African gained freedom, the leaders who tried for their countries has made the differences clear. Talk of South Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, compared to the rest and check the difference. It is always my desire to see Africa continent coming together to uplift the image of black people high. But because of greediness, selfishness, and I can do it all alone spirit, we are where we are now. Africa is the only continent that has been blessed with almost everything. Talk of gold, diamond, bauxite, timber, cocoa, coal, crude oil. I can go on and on until the list becomes tall. The youth in diaspora has been so demanding for our leaders to create jobs for us, but all to no avail. According to the system we have now, the only party that can survive here in Ghana is NPP and NDC. One is to move the country forward, and the other one is to better the agenda. But they all lie to us. Most of the things they promised was empty. 100% promises, and they'll fulfill 20%. My political affiliation doesn't concern anybody because no party is paying me to do this. I am doing this willingly for the love and the passion I have for Mother Ghana. A ball of Kenke used to be 1 Ghana cedis, but now it is 3 Ghana cedis. And even if I'm paying through an easy transaction, I still have to pay tax on it. Everything is definitely changing. And if you don't talk about it as the youth, we will continue to wallow in poverty and hardship until thy kingdom come. And since I am a Ghanaian and I want to remain a citizen, not a spectator, I will talk about this now and forever. So help me God.
For